Hey everybody. So today I am going to teach you guys how to create digital paper first, and then I'm going to teach you how to use this digital paper in a couple of different ways, but primarily the focus is going to be wrapping paper. So if you look at my screen, you'll see that I just gave you a brief overview of digital paper. So digital paper, which I call DigiPaper, is basically an electronic version of printed scrapbook paper. So digital paper came out of the scrapbooking industry, where of course they use the printed paper or the scrapbooking paper for the backgrounds of their pages. Well, once scrapbooking became available as a digital or in digital format, then that's when the emergence of digital paper came into play. However, recently, if you've been following the trends, digital paper is definitely on the rise. People are using it for a plethora of things, not just scrapbooking, but you make all types of products, which we're going to go into. So you can use digital paper to even make print on demand products, which I'm so excited to tell you guys more about. But that's basically just a little bit of how it got started. And if you look, you'll see here the files are usually in PNG or JPG format. And also they're 12 by 12, 12 inches by 12 inches. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to make today. Most of the patterns will be a seamless pattern. And the definition, I love this definition, so that's why I pulled it and quoted it from straight off the internet. Basically, a seamless pattern is when you have an image and it can be placed side by side with copies of itself and it doesn't interrupt. So it just flows seamlessly, which I'm going to show you how to do on Canva. You can always print these designs out, or you can go ahead and use them online, which is what I'm primarily going to teach you what to do. And you can also edit the designs by adding images or text. All right. So again, you can use this to make many different products, not only just notebooks that I primarily focus on, but greeting cards, other stationery, invitations, wall art, all types of stuff, mugs, tote bags, purses, shower curtains, pillows, anything that you pretty much can get using a print on demand company, you can use digital paper for. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do from here is this is Canva. So everything that we'll be doing on Canva. I am a certified Canva creative. So there may be some features that I have access to that you may not have quite yet, but that's fine. They'll probably be rolling it out. Also, I have a Canva Pro account. Canva Pro is amazing. If you like Canva, you definitely want to upgrade to the Pro because it has many other different features that I'll talk about as we're going through creating a digital paper. I think it's like maybe $12.95 or $15.95 a month, but it's definitely a great investment to have if you plan on really building some type of digital empire. Canva is probably one of the cheapest and easiest platforms to use to create your designs. So I'm going to go here and it says create a design. First, we're going to create the digital paper. So I'm going to go down to where it says custom size. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to change. So you can do it in pixels, inches, millimeters, or centimeters. We're going to do inches and we're just going to do 12 by 12. Okay. So as that pops up, it's just a regular 12 by 12 screen. So, or 12 by 12 canvas that we're going to use. I'm just going to create a few different designs just to kind of get the ideas rolling in your head. But feel free, you can do wherever your creativity takes you, go ahead and create it. So we're going to work primarily out of elements first. I'm going to start with shapes and lines. So let's say you want to just do a basic line design. Two ways you can do that. We can go over here, click on the image, line it up, and then we can hit here and hit duplicate, make a few of them. And I'm not really worried about spacing right now, and I'm going to show you why in a second. All right, because all you have to do is highlight all of them and then just go over to position and hit tidy up. And the tidy up features make sure that it's even. So that's one group of paper. Well, that's one design that you can create is lined paper. We can change all the colors if you want. So let's say you wanted to add more. Not add a page. My apologies. You would just go up here and duplicate the page. Click on this. Change the color. Now, down here where it says change all, you don't want to change all because if you do that, then you're going to change both pages. So I would just go in and just do it manually. And I'm sure there's other ways to do things on Canva. I'm just going to show you my way of doing things. So, but that's another sheet. So now you have two digital pages. Okay. So another thing that you can do is you can kind of change the spacing of the line. So I'm just going to duplicate this one. So let's say you want to make it so that the lines are a little bit smaller. Of course, you can adjust this. I'm only going to do 3. Like this. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. Okay, then I'm just going to highlight this and I'm going to actually group it together. Then I'm going to duplicate the group. And I know my spacing is off a little bit. Okay, so I know that that's off. Now there's a trick that you can use for this. What you could do is highlight everything and then just drag it in. And then you can pull it out if you want and pull each one out. Or what you could do, if you notice that it's like that, we're going to go ahead and ungroup them. Let's delete this one. So I'm going to put this one here. Again, tidy up. But that's not what I'm going to do first. Let me undo. So I'm undoing what I did because I want to pull it out first. So I'm going to pull it out to here. Tidy up. And then what I'm going to do is, well, that's the basic design. And I think I want to change this color. But that's just smaller lines based on whatever, you know, if you want to make the lines thicker or smaller. Okay. And again, I'm going to change this just so that we have a couple of different colors so you won't get confused. Let me see if I can change all of them at the same time. There we go. All right, so that's the next one. Now, again, you can, you know, change up the lines, whatever way you want them to go. Another easy thing that you can do, if you go over here to elements and you just type in, let's say, lines or stripes, you'll see a lot of different stripes pop up. Now, what you want to be mindful of is right here where it says Pro. If I click up here, it tells me, you know, this is free for Canva Pro. So if you have a Canva Pro account, then you can definitely use this to go ahead and create your digital paper. If you do not, then make sure that you read the terms of use when it comes to just having a regular free Canva account. Okay. So, but you can click this right here, drag it out, and then just change the color. Let's see, what color haven't I used yet? Let's try that one. Okay. And then you have this other, you know, lines right here if you want to make it thinner. Magic recommendations kind of give you recommendations based on what you chose. So if you want the chevron look, there we go. You can have chevron paper, however you feel, you know, whatever you feel that you want to create at that time. But this right here would be basic designs that you could go ahead and use to create not only your print on demand products, but your wrapping paper, which I'm going to show you guys. Okay. Another thing that you can do, now I'm going to show you some techniques that's a little bit more time consuming. So let's say you want to do flowers. Under elements right here, you're going to go ahead and just type in flower. And a bunch of flowers will show up. Now you have right here in Canva give you options: dry, pink, leaves, flower background, all of that good stuff that you can go through, or you can just be specific. As you can see, I did watercolor. So you could do watercolor flower, and it'll give you different watercolors that you can use. And if you don't want everything, what you could do is go right here, choose the orientation, whether you want it stack or animated, and you can choose if you want to make it pro or not. So let's say we want it to all be static, meaning that it's not moving. So these are all my flowers that I will get. Don't know why that one moved. Hold on. The animated shouldn't have moved, but we're going to go ahead. So these are all my flowers. Now the flowers that I'm going to use, I'm going to go back. And up here also you can choose the different types. So if you just want photo, you can get the photo flowers, the flowers that's like actual pictures. If you want graphics, it'll be all your graphic flowers, which is what I'm going to pull from. And I think I want to use this one. And then also you have video. So that's flowers that are moving, which we don't want. But I'm just trying to show you, give you like a quick little tutorial on Canva as well. So this particular flower, you can change the colors if you want. I just want to see something very quickly. Okay. As opposed to this flower. So this flower right here, you cannot change it cannot change the colors, but on this one you can. And I'm going to leave the flower like that just because I like the flower being that color. So I'm going to show you how to create a seamless pattern. So what we're going to do is drag this up in the corner. And if you see where the purple line is, that's basically showing you that this flower is right in the corner and the box is even. Okay. And then the purple lines that's showing up now is showing you that all of them are even and they're all on the same row. So let's just do this right here. So then I'm going to go ahead and position that. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate this for now. So I'm going to duplicate this and put it right in the middle. Let's see. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and let's group this for right now. Bring this down. There we go. And Canva's lines help to make sure that everything is in order. All right. Let's see. Tidy it up. And as you can see, we have sunflower paper. So this would be a sunflower background, again, that you can use to make digital paper. And I think I'm going to use that design to do that. So you can do this with any object. You can also do it with words if you want. The possibilities are endless. It really just depends on, you and how much time you have. But that's the seamless paper, line paper. You can do circles if you want, polka dots. Also, if you want, you can type in, like, let's type in flower background and see what comes up. And I'm going to choose graphics. I'm hoping. So right here, you can see that this is, and if you notice over here, it's not letting me change the color. So that means it is what it is. But you can always pull this out and use it like that for digital paper. Or if you want, because this is seamless, and I'm going to show you how I know in a second. See how it made 4 separate squares? This is 6 by 6. So what I'm going to do is just duplicate that. And I'm going to drag it over here. And that's the seamless paper. I'm going to go ahead and copy, pull it down here. And there you go. Another design that you can make. So, and then they have other designs as well, right up in here. I'm not going to do all of them, but all of these, if you have a Canva Pro account, you could definitely use to make paper. And you can change it from flower Let's see. Let's say circle. Probably should have said polka dot, but let's see what happens. I'm gonna choose graphic. So then you have these options over here for circles. Oh, I like this one. And this one you can change the colors. You can make it again, drag it out and make it big, or you can just, if you want to make it smaller, there you go. Duplicate, and there you go. You may not want to do that like that. I kind of like it pulled out, so I'm gonna leave that pulled out. So those are different things that you can use. Now, let's say you want to create happy birthday paper, and that'll probably be the one that we'll do, the happy birthday wrapping paper. I know Christmas is coming up. I may do a Christmas design as well. So let's just type in birthday and let's see what comes up. So we have all of these different images. Of course, I'm going to narrow it down to graphics. So let's see. We could do paper like this that has let's see. We could do paper that has like the sparkly image, but I don't like this one, I don't think. But we'll come back to that. I don't know if I'm gonna use the sparkles or if I'm gonna use circles. But let's say we want to use, I like the magic recommendations. So let's say we're gonna use this. Let's say we'll use, I want the balloons separate. So let's say we'll do a cake. Let's do balloons. Let's use these balloons. Cake, balloons, and I like the other hats better. And hats. So let's use that. And let's see. All right. Let's scroll down and see if I see something else that I might want to use. I do like the cakes. The cake right here. I'm sorry. I like that better, I think. So let's use that one instead of this one. The balloons I may change out if I see better looking balloons. That's the same one I got. Oh. So just found this one. So this one right here actually could be the wrapping paper. It's seamless. So there's your birthday wrapping paper. Okay. But I want to show you how to do one from scratch. That's the type of balloon I wanted. So let's use this one. All right. So let's see. So let's say I want to make this digital paper. So I'm going to make this smaller. Is it the same size? Let's make it the same size. Make it the same size. And I might change this out because it kind of doesn't go with what I was thinking. So let's see. Maybe, and I apologize for the noise in the background. Let's see if we can use gifts. A present, I should say. Let me see. We'll use this one. All right. Now, there's a couple of different things you can do with this. Now, of course, we can highlight all of this, make it smaller, and then we'll make it so that it comes to the middle. And then I could group it and duplicate it. And then I can ungroup it and then position it so that it tidies up. Okay. You could do it like that. And then what we could do is duplicate it. I'm going to add a little bit of space. So you can make it the same if you want. We'll do it like that. And I'm going to group all of this. And then I'm going to go ahead and tidy it up. So you could group it so that it's like that. And that could be your wrapping paper. Or if you want to make it a little bit different, of course, you can ungroup it. Let me see. Let me delete that. It's easier for me just to delete and start over. So I think what I want to do is I want to move this over some. So it's right there. I think I'm going to do it like this. So that way it's not directly. Well, actually, let's do this one. Move it over. There we go. So this one's going to have a little bit more spacing in the middle, but that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is move this out, and I want to put this right here. This right here. Over. So it's kind of in the middle of where everything was. And then delete and have the cake right about here. Okay. So now we have our seamless pattern created. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and position it. So that's another design that you can use to make birthday paper. Now, if we wanted to add, let me see. Let's see if we can add polka dots. We don't want them big, so we're going to do polka dots, but we're going to make it like this. So this and this. Okay. So I'm going to hold down the shift key so that I can go ahead and make a duplicate. Okay. And I'm going to group that. I probably should have grouped this as well. So now I'm going to have these polka dots go to the back. And I may have to make them a little transparent. So I'm going to position them backward. So now they're behind the original paper. And there you go. So there you go with your own birthday paper. So now that we have this, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we can do with it. So there are 3 sites that, and I'm sure there's more, but there's 3 sites that I'm familiar with that does wrapping paper. So the first one is Zazzle. Now Zazzle not only does wrapping paper, I just, of course, for purposes of this workshop, that's what I focused on. So you can use your paper, as you can see, to create all types of digital paper. I mean, wrapping paper. Like right here, it has the names. In my course, I teach you how to use words and stuff. But like all of this right here, you could definitely use, and you can list on Zazzle and let Zazzle like refer people to your Zazzle store. Or you can just have it printed by Zazzle and you go ahead and handle the shipping and everything yourself. Okay, so that's one site that you can use to create your wrapping paper. Another site you can go to is Minted. And this is their wrapping paper that you can go ahead and design as well. And they also, if you notice, all of these sites have other things that you can create. I just didn't want to go too much ahead of it. I mean, go too far down. But as you can see, create, especially with Zazzle, you can create stationery, clothes, games, accessories, all types of stuff that you can use and just add your digital paper to. Okay. But for purposes of this, I just wanted to focus on wrapping paper. But again, whatever print on demand company that you want to use, Printful, Printify, Arts, Art of Wear, Zazzle, Cafe Press. I haven't heard too much about, but if Cafe Press is still around, Cafe Press, all of Gooten, Gooten, all these different places you can go and use this paper to create T-shirts, mugs, notebooks, all types of stuff. One that I use and which you're probably familiar with is Printify. Printify has wrapping paper, so we're going to go ahead and use Printify to create our wrapping paper. So right here it tells you, the features. So prints edge to edge, available in 2 sizes. It prints on one side. It shows you that it's the company that they're using is Spoke Custom Products. Shows you how much they charge. So if it's $6.72, of course you would have to charge more than that to make a profit. shipping costs, average production, all of that good stuff, and the 2 sizes that it comes in. So, and then it shows you some other options. So like I was saying, you can use this to make pillows if you want, shower curtains, all types of images. So we're going to use it to do wrapping paper. So I'm going to click on Start Designing. And I may have to log in. I didn't realize that I didn't log in, which is fine. So as you can see over here, what I like about Printify is that it shows you on right away what size you need. So it's telling me that recommended size is 3600 by 5400 pixels. So we are going to go back here and we're going to change this. I know it's 12 by 12, but I'm going to use the resize feature, which may just be a Canva Pro feature. So I apologize. But again, another reason why you need to get the Canva Pro. And I'm going to change this to pixels. I'm going to move this over here. So I need 3600 by 5400. So we're going to do 3600 by 5400. And I'm not going to copy and resize. I'm just going to go ahead and resize for purposes of this training. All right. So you see that there's still space here and here because of the resizing, which is fine. All I have to do is go ahead and adjust some things. Let's see. Do I want to make this bigger? Let me see. I'm going to try to pull it out and see what happens, because that's probably the easiest way to do it. There we go. All right. So I resized this specifically for Printify. So I'm going to go ahead and name this sample birthday wrapping paper. All right. And then I'm going to just download page 9. So I'm going to go to downloads. PNG is suggested. I'm going to go ahead and do in PNG. But as you can see, they have a couple of different options. I'm going to go ahead, instead of doing all 10, I'm just going to do page 9. And then I'm going to go ahead and download. Okay. So once I finish downloading, which it shouldn't take too long because I'm only doing the one page. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to Printify. I'm going to add my design. And it says from my device. File is uploading. It also adds it to my library, which is over here. And there's your wrapping paper. So if you want, you can pull it out a bit, depending on how you want it the size. So I pulled it out a little bit just so that it can stretch out and take up the whole thing. So I'm going to go to preview to see what it looks like. So that's one picture. And then they also, Printify also has flat lay designs, so you can see how it looks. Oh, I like that. Now this is probably because of Christmas. That's probably why they have this right here. But as you can see, this is what it looks like as a wrapping paper. Now, if you wanted, if this was too big, like let's say this was too big and you wanted it smaller, what we could do is, let me see. We could definitely make this smaller. So what I would just have to do is I could come over here, drag this in a bit. Pull this over. Nope, you know what? We're going to do it from scratch. But let me see. I may not have to do it from scratch. Hold on. I may just have to fix the bottom row. Yeah, I just got to fix the bottom row. Which is fine because all I have to do is go ahead and ungroup. Position this. And then, let's see. balloons. I'm going to use the tidy up feature for that. And sometimes Canva will do that. Like it won't let you move it over. If you make it larger, it may allow you to adjust it a little bit, which it just did for me right there. No, I need another cake. And then balloons. So cake, balloons. Move this up. And then add this. Now, the reason why this is slightly off is because, of course, I made the images smaller. So let's see what tidy up does. There we go. Okay. So I have that. So I'm going to delete that. Then I'm going to go ahead and group this, and I'm going to start duplicating. And I'm going to highlight these two and go ahead and bring these down. Then I'm going to duplicate again and bring these down. And I think, let me see, if it'll let me do one more. I think it's not going, okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the wrapping paper, as you can see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tidy it up. Let me see what happens. Because of this bottom row, it may not tidy up. Oh, cool, it did. All right, so I'm going to call this 1, just so when I save it. So download, oh, wait a minute. Where is, I knew something was missing. I was missing the, but I said I knew I was missing something. I was missing my circles. And then one more. And the purple lines help you as far as making sure that everything, uh-oh. I knew the tidy up was going to do that. That's fine. So this might be a little bit more complicated only because I already got designs here. Now what I could do is go ahead and lock them, but lock these so that way they don't move. But I'm going to go ahead and just work my magic. Shift, shift, shift. And then I want to group that. Perfect. Did exactly what I wanted it to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that using my purple lines to make sure I'm keeping everything together. One more. Might need 2 more, which is fine. Or what I might be able to do, yeah, I'm going to do 1 more. Which is fine because all it's going to do is just take it off the mat, the paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to position, let me see if it'll let me do more than one to the back. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of these. And position it to the back. Now, again, if this is a little too busy, you don't have to, you can always, when you position it to the back, like let's say if you're like, I don't want the polka dots to be that prominent, you can always lighten it so that it's not, doesn't stand out too much. I made that 40, so I might just do all of them like that. Let me see. So that way it's not a whole lot going on. I know typically birthday paper seems to be, busy. There we go, 40. And then I'm going to make this 40. I don't think did I group? I thought I grouped the top. I guess I didn't. That's fine. We'll just do it the long way. I thought I grouped this, so my apologies if I didn't. All right. I think I missed the square. So I'm going to position this to the back because I think I missed the square right here. Yep, missed the square to the back. And then make sure it's on 40. All right, there we go. So that made it a little bit lighter. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and now download page 9 again. And like I said, this time I made the images a little bit smaller in case the wrapping paper that was too, that was a little bit too big. But you can go ahead and you're free to do however, whatever works for you. So I went ahead and made the image smaller. So let's see what it looks like now. So let's go back to Printify. Go back to edit. I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to go ahead and upload the new one that I just did. Okay. Adding it to my library. All right. Again, there's the wrapping paper. And here's a preview of the wrapping paper. I like that. So there you go. There's the wrapping paper for you. Now, again, if you want to do more than just wrapping paper, Printify has a whole lot of other things you can do. Mouse pad, yoga mat, table runner, all types of stuff. Let me see if I can find something else real quick. So let's say you wanted to do pillows. Let's see if I can find pillows. And I know this is kind of like a bonus, but I just want to show you the options you have when it comes to creating with digital paper. So let's just do a regular pillow. All right. And let's see if it'll let me add my design. This has the recommended size, so it may or may not do exactly what I need it to do, but we'll see. I may have to play with it a little bit, but as you can see, it tells you, let me see if it'll let you. It tells you down, it told you recommended resolution of what they wanted. So let's say if you wanted to pull this out a little bit, and then let's say you wanted to make a duplicate. Did it make a duplicate for me? There it is. I was about to say, where's the duplicate? All right. Now my computer's acting a little, it's moving a little slow. Okay. Okay. So then we can always go to preview and see what it looks like. And that's the front of the pillow. So if you wanted to give them a birthday pillow, that's the front. And then that's the back. There we go. So I hope you guys, I gave you enough information so that you can go to Canva and start your own digital paper and then use it to create things like wrapping paper. And I hope I also gave you some ideas on some other things you can do with the digital paper. I do have a course that goes more in detail. I have other websites and places that I use to create different designs. But these are the designs just to get you started with the basic wrapping paper. All right. Guys, have an amazing day, and I can't wait to see what you guys create. Talk to you soon.